Well, let's return now to that breaking news on the general election. The Conservatives have said that they can no longer support two of their candidates for the upcoming general election after they were accused of betting on the timing of the election. Our political correspondent Darren McCaffrey joins us now from the Conservative Party's headquarters. And Darren, tell us a little bit more about these two. We know that Laura Saunders was the prospective MP for Bristol North West. It was her husband, Tony Lee, who was the party's campaigns director, who's already stepped back, but also Craig Williams, a potential candidate for Montgomery and Glendower.
Yeah, indeed, and they are now not official Conservative candidates, if you like, in the sense that the Conservative Party has withdrawn support from both of them this morning. Now, technically, because the process of selecting candidates and making them official candidates on the ballot paper, and people have already voted, let's be frank, to a small degree in postal ballots, they will remain on people's physical ballot papers as Conservative candidates. But as of this morning, the party has decided effectively to withdraw support. They have issued a statement saying this is the Conservative Party in the last couple of minutes, Jane. As a result of ongoing internal inquiries, we've concluded that we can no longer support Craig Williams or Laura Saunders as parliamentary candidates at the forthcoming general election. We have checked with the Gambling Commission that this decision does not compromise the investigation that they're conducting, which is rightly independent and ongoing. Two interesting things about all of this. First of all, Jane, it's taking them this long to make this decision. Clearly, the Prime Minister has been under a hell of a lot of pressure over the last couple of days to suspend these candidates from his political opponents within Labour and the Liberal Democrats. The Prime Minister, up until this morning, was suggesting that wasn't possible because there were these independent investigations, though that didn't seem like a credible line, given the fact that at least one of them, that is Craig Williams, had effectively admitted he did put on a bet. He had said that it was an error of judgment and that he apologised and regretted that decision. And so it was kind of not unclear why the Conservative Party had not already suspended him, given the fact they'd effectively admitted to putting a bet on. Different case in terms of Laura Saunders. She had simply not been willing to comment on it and instructed lawyers to act on her behalf. But clearly the Conservative Party, carrying out those internal inquiries, as the Prime Minister talked about, had been launched over the weekend, have found enough evidence that they feel that as of this morning they should no longer be parliamentary candidates that are supported by the Conservative Party. And this is indeed separate from those two Conservative officials, the head of campaigning and the head of data, who are also being investigated by the Gambling Commission, and separate again from a further police investigation into a close protection officer around Rishi Sunak, who's also alleged to put a bet on the date of the general election. But politically, this is quite significant because this is the Prime Minister in some ways trying to turn a page on a scandal that's been around for a week, turning a page on a scandal that when you talk to other parliamentary candidates and indeed to cabinet ministers feel is having cut through on the door, that people are bringing up this in events around the country when campaigners and candidates are door knocking. The voters are very animated about this issue. The Prime Minister will hope in taking this decisive action against these two candidates that it will somehow stem, if you like, some of the criticism of him of not taking action and also this story itself. But given the fact that we all believe the Gambling Commission are looking at potentially other people involved in this, there is little sign that this scandal altogether is going to go away because of this morning's action.